Hello everybody and welcome to Wheel of Time Theory. In today's video I want to discuss some of the reasons why I believe the Wheel of Time TV series showrunner Rafe Judkins and his team decided to lead the show with Moiraine, and how the casting of this character potentially might have played a huge role in that decision. In case some of you haven't heard the news by now, the Wheel of Time Writers Room took to Twitter and announced that Oscar-nominated actress Rosamund Pike would be taking on the lead role of Moiraine Damodred in the upcoming TV series, which currently is in development by Amazon Studios. The news was delivered during the #Wheel of Time Wednesdays, which occurs on the first Wednesday of every month. If you haven't already, I highly recommend following the account as well as Rafe's personal Twitter to keep up to date with the latest news as it becomes available. Links will be in the description below. Let's look at the reasons I believe are behind the choice to lead the show with Moiraine and how the casting of Rosamund plays into this subject. When Rafe and his team were going through the process of choosing which character should be leading the TV series, I believe that there was a few must-have qualities that both the character and the actor that would be cast to play the role would have to possess. Those would be that the character chosen to lead the show would allow them to cast someone with a wealth of experience which they could bring to the show and role, and b, that star quality that you always need enabled to reach a wider audience than just the core fan base. When looking at the characters in the first book, the number that could provide these qualities are quite limited. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't more important characters to the whole of the book series already introduced in the Eye of the World, but the slight problem when looking for a lead of the show is the ages that you'd have to be casting them from. The ages I'm guessing would have to be between 17 to 24 years of age for most of the Emmons field group. Now, most actors at this age haven't had the sort of experience in their profession to lead a show of this magnitude, even though the burden would be split in three between them if they had gone solely based off of the books in the case of Rand, Mat and Perrin. This is why leading the show with Moiraine is the perfect choice. Not only is there similarities between Moiraine and Rosamund, but also one very interesting dynamic that I believe both women will end up having in common once we find out the rest of the casting choices. It's the dynamics at play between the older individuals and the youngsters of Emmons Field, which is why they chose to lead the show with Moiraine. When we are first introduced to Moiraine in the Eye of the World, we quickly become aware of the fact that she has had far more life experiences and knows her place and role in the wider world, whereas the Emmons Field group in contrast are the stark opposite. When Rand, Mat, Perrin, Egwene and Nynaeve are taking their first steps out into the wider world, they aren't sure of what to expect or how they will fit in amongst all of this. So they of course will look up to the older members of their travelling group for guidance on how they should behave, but also to the dangers that are going to be around them. The boys look up to Lan and Thorm, whereas the women in the group, with the exception of course Nynaeve, look up to Moiraine. Like in the books, as the characters become more confident of their roles that they have to play in the grand scheme of the pattern against the Dark One, they no longer need to be guided and become independent. I believe that the dynamic will be mirrored with the actors on the show. The fact that Rosamund is an experienced actress who has been the lead across multiple films and TV series allows them to cast the Emmons Field group with less of a need for household names and instead hire actors with the huge potential, but also ones that get the characters and where they're coming from. Having experienced cast members leading the show to begin with for the first few seasons will allow the younger cast members the time to hone their craft before they inevitably have to take on the lead of the show once Moiraine is written out. Okay guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Rosamund being cast as Moiraine in the comments below. Would you have chosen someone else for the role, or were you happy with the choice? Thanks for watching, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more Wheel of Time content in the future. Till next time.